there is still one star burning in the Hollywood sky. Despite the fact that the light of her career has almost gone out, good potential, pretty appearance, and just the love of the audience became an invaluable start for Jessica Alba. At the heyday of her career, world cosmetic brands dreamed of attracting the actress to their advertising projects, and popular beauty publications were discussing her appearance. And considering that she started acting at a fairly young age, at the age of 13, the reach of the audience that loves and remembers her is quite large. However, you need to try very hard to find an actress on the big screen now, and if we talk about a worthwhile movie, it becomes sad at all. So what happened to Jessica Alba? Was it bad luck or a series of failures? And does she have a chance to regain her former popularity? Welcome to Truth Chronicles. We're getting started. Jessica's career began with small roles in famous TV projects. She can be seen, for example, somewhere in the background in Beverly Hills 90210.
I love my baby.
Do you? Do you really?
It must be said the time on the set of this series became difficult for the girl because of the toxic rules that prevailed there. She remembers these days like this. On the set of 90210, I couldn't even make eye contact with any of the cast members, which was really strange when you're trying to do a scene with them. It was like, you know how to make eye contact with any one of the cast members or you'll be thrown off the set. Nevertheless, Jessica coped with the role, especially since the actress had some shooting experience before. Alba's film debut is considered to be a small role in the camp Nowhere of 1994. The director liked her so much that from 2 weeks of work, the filming of Jessica stretched for 2 months. In the same year, she appeared in 3 episodes of the TV series The Secret World of Alex Mack. And in 1994 to 1995, she starred in 2 seasons of Flipper, where she played the role of a dolphin's friend. During the filming of the series, 15-year-old Alba felt the negative influence of fame on her own skin. She started getting strange phone calls. At first, Jessica didn't attach any importance to them, deciding that it was a stupid prank. But things took an unexpected turn. One day, she was kidnapped right off the set. The actress was found 14 hours later, bound and gagged in the trunk of a car. She could not provide any information, so the case was dismissed. That's the price of fame. But let's discuss something more pleasant. For the sake of a role in the show, a 14-year-old actress at that time studied the basics of diving. Alba was so fascinated that years later diving became her favorite hobby. The real breakthrough in popularity came when Jessica Alba was chosen from 1,200 contenders for the role of Max Guevara in Dark Angel. The first season of the TV series became a resounding success. Then what if we say that Dean Winchester also starred in this series? Would you believe it? Write in the comments. For her role as a genetic super soldier, she received several prestigious awards. TV Died Award in the category Breakthrough Star of the Year, the Saturn Award, and was nominated for a Golden Globe. In addition, the actress was named the sexiest girl on the planet by the glossy magazine Maxine. However, the popularity of the second season has sharply decreased 4-fold. This is blamed on the events on September 11, 2001, and the change in the time slot, which led to the loss of the teenage audience. Dark Angel had to be canceled without lasting for 1 more season. After the failure of the series, the actress tries herself in the American-British melodrama The Sleeping Dictionary. The picture did not become too noticeable, and Jessica disliked not only the project, which she considered ordinary, but also her acting there. In the same 2003 year, Alba, by a tragic accident, fell into the youth music project Honey. The fact was that initially the role was intended for the rising popular singer Aaliyah. However, the plane crash that claimed the singer's life in the Bahamas made its own adjustments, and the shooting of the film was postponed for 6 months. Subsequently, the role was rewrote for Jessica.
Oh, working at the club? Not working at the club?
Not unless you're doing it for fun.
The film received generally unfavorable reviews from critics and was called banal and formulaic, which, however, did not prevent it from grossing $62 million with a budget of $18 million. In order to gain experience in different genres and expand her repertoire, Alba auditioned for roles in 2 blockbusters but was rejected. In Daredevil, Jessica did not fit the age, and she didn't get into Pirates of the Caribbean because of her Mexican roots. In 2004, Jessica still managed to get into a blockbuster. It was the Fantastic Four, which aimed for the same success as X-Men, since it was filmed by the same 20th Century Fox studio. The film received an average rating from both critics and viewers. Fantastic Four collected $333.5 million with a budget of $100 million, and Alba was nominated for several awards but did not win any nomination. In 2005, the actress's career reached its peak. Simultaneously with the Fantastic Four, the film Sin City was released, where Alba starred as a stripper.
I'm impossible to get. Do yourself a favor, Jackie boy, and get help.
For this film, Jessica received the MTV Movie Award for Sexiest Performance and was nominated for Teen Choice Awards. The film was also a commercial success. With a budget of $40 million, the total revenue from cinemas worldwide amounted to $158.7 million. However, in the same year, Alba suffered a setback. The adventure film Into the Blue failed miserably at the box office, grossing only $40 million with a budget of $50 million. Jessica complained that her character was originally supposed to be much more interesting, but during the filming, the script was changed beyond recognition, turning Alba, as she believes it, into a nominal character.
Not me. Not anymore.
Bye.
Sam. Hey, Sam. Sam.
See you on the 10 o'clock news.
It is impossible to say how much Jessica's heroin differed from the one prescribed earlier, but it is also difficult to imagine any depth when the whole film was based on the actress's swimwear. The size of this wardrobe item was so insignificant that the American Rating Commission even threatened to give the film an adult rating. They decided to fix the problem by cutting some of the episodes, as well as editing the swimsuits with computer graphics in trailers for American cinemas. The verdict to the Rotten Tomatoes website was very eloquent both about the film and about the nakedness. Even the endless shots of bronzed beach babes and buffed dudes can't keep this soggy scuba flicks plot from drowning. In 2006, the actress was nominated for the Golden Raspberry Anti-Award for this film. From this period, Alba began to have problems with film critics who scolded her every project.
I don't actually think I've ever had a good review in my entire career, but I'm cool with it. I'm hearing hot ones.
The actress herself was not very selective about films, often choosing potentially problematic projects. So she almost got in the Blood Rain, which subsequently received 6 nominations for Golden Raspberry. The actress was saved by the fact that she did not shoot nude. Even in Sin City, the script had to be changed in several episodes because of Alba's principles. So the police helped the actress not to add another failed project to her filmography. 2007 was a productive year for Alba, but not a very successful one. The comedy Good Luck Chuck, in which the actress played the main role, is coming out in the screens. Initially, the heroine of Alba was supposed to be played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, but due to a conflict of shooting schedules, the role unfortunately went to Jessica.
Thank you. I'm sorry about the top and the nerve damage in the back and the whole electrocution thing. And
in commercial terms, the film did quite well for itself. The audience, apparently, bought into the participation of their favorite actress and went to the cinemas. So, with a budget of $25 million, the box office grossed about $60 million. But the critics rushed the comedy. Thereby, the couple of Jessica Alba and Bane Cook was nominated for the Golden Raspberry as the worst couple. The next project, the thriller Awake, performed well at the box office, collecting about $33 million at the box office with a budget of $8.6 million. But the critical score was low again. The actress herself became a nominee for the Golden Raspberry Anti-Award as the worst actress.
everything is working, Jack. Okay?
Alba desperately tried to change this critic's dislike somehow. However, the choice of projects did not help to achieve her plan. The following low-grade works of the actress included such pictures as The Ten and Meet Bill. At the same time, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer collected less at the box office than its predecessor. It just doesn't feel right, and the studio decided to freeze the project. The franchise, which could help the actress get into Hollywood tops, failed. Later, Alba said that the director Ten's story deliberately limited her creative potential, which affected the actress's attitude to her work. He said, It looks too real, it looks too painful. Don't do that thing with your face, just make it flap. We can CGI the tears in. It all got me thinking, am I not good enough? Are my instincts and my emotions not good enough? And so I just said, fuck it, I don't care about this business anymore. Did this experience really have such an impact on the subsequent development of the actress's career? Before we continue the story, we remind you that you can subscribe to the channel so as not to lose us and always be one of the first to watch new releases. And even better, click on the bell so you will not miss anything important 100%. Let's go on. In 2008, a supernatural horror thriller film, The Eye, was released, where Alba got the main role of a blind girl who, after an operation on her eyes, began to see something strange. This picture is considered one of the last, relatively successful in her career.
I'm seeing things that aren't real. I'm seeing things I shouldn't see. I'm dreaming things I've never seen.
Jessica Alba's acting has been criticized. The New York Times called it banal. Alba was once again nominated for the Golden Raspberry. Nevertheless, she received the award Best Film Actress Horror/Thriller at the Teen Choice Awards 2008 for her role in the film. In the same year, another not very successful project of the actress, The Love Guru, was released. Traditionally, Alba received a nomination for the Golden Raspberry as the worst actress. The film's box office failed and critics gave unfavorable reviews. The critical consensus of Rotten Tomatoes reads, "The Love Guru features far too many gross-out gags and too few earned laughs." Such an unpleasant trend can be justified by the fact that the pictures Good Luck Chuck, Meet Bill, The Love Guru were the debut works of novice directors, and therefore it was natural that the first step is always troublesome. The actress herself claimed that she signed up for mediocre rom-coms only because of money and not for love. After all these failures, Alba disappeared from the screens until 2010. An exception was a cameo role in the TV series The Office. The birth of her daughter in 2008 explains why she took a break from her career for that time. But already in 2010, Jessica got into 5 films at once. The Killer Inside Me became an adaptation of the novel of the same name by Jim Thompson, which they wanted to film since the 60s of the 20th century. Initially, it was planned to take such cult stars as Marilyn Monroe, Elizabeth Taylor, and Marlon Brando for roles in the film adaptation, but the death of the brilliant blonde froze the project. Later, there were unsuccessful attempts to shoot it in the 80s with Tom Cruise and Demi Moore, and Tarantino was even thinking about doing that, but the terrorist attack on September 11th changed his plans. The project got to Michael Winterbottom, who created what eventually came out on the big screen. As usual, Alba got the role of a girl of dubious morals. Rant with an ain't any sense. How lies began. The film received mixed reviews. Machete, directed by Robert Rodriguez and Ethan Maniquis, has become another dubious project, despite the fact that the exploitation action film has gathered an impressive cast of actors as Lindsay Lohan, Jessica Alba, Daryl Sabara, Steven Seagal, Robert De Niro, Jeff Fahey, Cheech Marin, Don Johnson, and Tom Savini. Alba played a brave law enforcement officer named Sartana Rivera. The picture paid for itself, although it did not earn good money. Only $40 million with $10 million spent. Alba received another major role in the comedy drama An Invisible Sign. The film is based on the novel An Invisible Sign of My Own by American writer Amy Bender. The actress acted in the movie in a rather unusual image. She was not a sexy heartbreaker, but an eccentric teenage girl who found solace in mathematics and an axe. Do you see what we can accomplish if we all stick together? You see where we're gonna go? The film is criticized for the uncertainty of the genre, the plot, the direction, and Jessica's acting. On IMDb, the film earned a rating of 5 out of 10 and all negative reviews. The film collected only $49,000. The most unsuccessful project of the year can be considered Little Fockers. The picture was a failure. It was not only destroyed by critics and received 2 out of 10 points from the audience, but also barely paid off. For the role of Andy Garcia, the actress received her first Golden Raspberry. Caught up for the next 10 years. Jessica Alba starred. It was in low-budget films that did not receive any positive reviews from critics. In Some Kind of Beautiful, this fate was shared with actress Pierce Brosnan and Salma Hayek. The hope for fans for the actress's return to the big cinema was her appearance in the second part of Sin City. What? The sequel did not repeat the success of the first film and collected 5 times less than the expected box office. It is possible to single out only Spy Kids, All the Time in the World, and Mechanic Resurrection. The films were a relative commercial success, but still a low rating.
Okay, TikTok. Hand over the mini disc.
Not this time.
Oh, man.
Don't underestimate her.
I think my water just broke. I hope that was my water.
According to film critics, there are several reasons for Jessica's resignation from the big screens. The first was a not very successful career in cinema. There were the notorious nominations for the Golden Raspberry and the failure of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, which was supposed to take the actress to a new level. The second reason was the realization of herself as a mother of many children and a change of priorities towards the family. Another blow to Jessica's career was her careless statement in an interview with Elle magazine. Good actors never use the script unless it's amazing writing. All the good actors I work with, they all say whatever they want to say. Screenwriter John August, known for the projects Charlie's Angels, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Big Fish, and others, reacted sharply to this. He was so outraged by the actress's statement that he said, "Following your logic, you've never been in a movie with both good actors and amazing writing." But despite not having the most successful career in cinema, Jessica Alba is a successful businesswoman. In 2011, she became the co-founder of The Honest Company, a consumer goods company that produces non-toxic products. After 3 years, the company's value increased from several million to $1 billion, which was a huge surprise for many analysts. While it's a drain contrail, I mean, do you only think of you have the idea, can I really build this ethical business that stands for human health and thinking about the planet and sustainability and diversity and inclusion and can a company that really has purpose? In 2015, Alba took the 34th position in the Forbes list of America's richest entrepreneurs under 40. In addition, the actress is engaged in charity work and generously finances several foundations. However, sometimes Alba still appears in the movies for the sake of pleasure or for the sake of changing the main activity. So, in 2019, the actress played in the thriller Tiller's Anonymous, where Gary Oldman became her partner. However, the film was not very warmly received. Film critics dubbed it an unsuccessful attempt to copy Tarantino, and viewers complained that Jessica Alba received undeservedly little screen time, 10 minutes at most, although her face was in the center of the poster. She also returned to the serial format, taking the main role in LA's Finest, which lasted 2 seasons. Since 2020, another lull has come in the career of the actress, as with many actors who were unlucky, or rather, lucky with a single role for which they are remembered and loved. A similar fate was shared by some heroes of the TV series Friends. Many of you will be able to name, at best, 1 or 2 more roles played by Kudrow, Perry, LeBlanc, or Schwimmer. Fate was a little more favorable with Cox and Aniston. What happened to the star Friends, and how did their career develop after the famous series? Click the video that appears on your screen and find out the details. And don't forget to like it. Truth Chronicles was with you. Bye-bye.